Hey everyone, Kevin here. Following from my last episode, I figured I would cover another often asked question in the instructional design field. Which authoring tool should I use in my project? Well, as you can imagine, it depends. Just like any course you create where you have to have objectives, you need ones laid out for yourself as the one creating that content. I would have to ask you the question, what do you hope to do with that learning? And what features will you need to achieve those goals? Before embarking on any project, you need to keep in mind the triple constraint of time, budget, and scope, which I plan to cover in their own video, by the way. But for now, basically, what kind of deadlines do you have? How much money is allotted for this project? And what features is the client or the company looking for in this e learning? Say, for instance, you have very flexible timelines. You need to include a large quantity of interactive games and need a great deal of variety in the assets and customization options in your project. Well, in that case, the obvious choice would be Storyline. It excels at all of those things. However, it can be an inflexible tool to use for both the developer and the learner, and comes with a significant learning curve. Plus, Storyline requires a lot of development time compared to the other tools out there, and it can be a bit touchy getting all the triggers and layers to display correctly. So if you're short on time, this is not really the best tool to use, and the interface is a little outdated on top of that. Rise, on the other hand, is much simpler and better to use when there is very limited time, or you have a much smaller scope to your project. It is a web-based tool, so you can work on it in your browser. It comes with drag and drop options for blocks ranging from text to interactives and to knowledge checks. Plus, you can have courses that are easy to sit through, visually appealing, and don't suck up too much of your time. I find Rise great for breaking very text-based material down into manageable chunks for learners, just to name one example. But the downside of Rise is that it is less customizable and can make you feel a little less creative in comparison to Storyline, so there is that caveat to consider. There are also more practical things to keep in mind. For instance, Storyline only natively works on PC, so if your team uses Mac, it will be an uphill struggle to really utilize this tool without having the right hardware installed. Plus, Storyline courses are not designed for smaller screens, so if you have learners who are most likely going to be consuming the course content through tablets or other devices, go with Rise. It is far more suited and flexible for use on different screen sizes. Plus, even though this is less of a concern, keep in mind the compatibility you need with your company's LMS. Do you need to export into Storm, XAPI or TinCan, AICC, or some other one? Make sure the tools and the LMS can actually communicate with one another. These are all things you would plan for in the analysis and design phases for your project. Now, I have mainly focused on the Articulate suite so far because it is what you are most likely to use, but there are others that I will briefly touch on, such as Captivate and Camtasia. Captivate is now a bit of an in-between Storyline and Rise tool, if that is what you're looking for. It is lacking in features to make it a top contender, but has a decent level of customization, and most importantly, is easily compatible with other Adobe tools, which really broadens your creativity, such as Adobe Creative Cloud, which I use for a number of things, even my profile picture on LinkedIn. So having that cross compatibility is a bonus. If you're going to need to be recording your screen and walking learners through a lot of difficult material in your course, use Camtasia. It is an excellent tool to use for that and can really add some video flair to your courses. It is also decently easy to use and affordable if you are on a budget, as mentioned earlier. However, it can only be exported into Storm, so definitely check your LMS compatibility there. Don't hesitate to supplement your courses with material from Beyond, Canva, and other places as well to really make your courses pop, as long as you or your company has this subscription, of course. But the point is that no single authoring tool is perfect for every project. There are a lot of things to consider when choosing one, but I hope this gives you at least some guidance on how to go about doing that. And as always, I am here to help you get started. See you next time.